everyone, how's it going? So this video isn't really what I expected it to be. I thought I had a lot more better records than what I actually got. So what you can expect from this video here is I will do the, so to say, live, me talking directly to the camera, the first half of this video, and then the second half of this video will be pictures that I took of all the crap records, and basically me talking of records I want to get, or final stories, or whatever comes to my mind. So let's get to this. When I was first thinking of this video here, I thought I had the record Jesus Christ Superstar, and it was engraved in my brain that I did own it. Unfortunately, when I was looking through my vinyl, I couldn't find it at all. So I was talking to Deborah, and what she thinks happened and why I thought I had it was we were at Goodwill in Bremerton when I got a few of these records that I'm going to show you, and I had found Jesus Christ Superstar, but what had happened was that the vinyl itself was not in the record sleeve, so I didn't get it, which explains why I thought I got it. But let's get started in here and let me show you what I call the good albums that I got, the ones that mean something to me, basically stuff that I had in my prior collection before I lost everything. The first one starting off here is American Graffiti. Love this album. Record sleeve isn't really the best, and there's no slip sleeves, so that's kind of a bummer. Wait, this isn't a free album. Okay, there's folk songs of America. I don't know why that's in there, but record side 2 and side 3 right there. Record is in condition, and side 4 and side 1. Of course, it's reversed because I'm looking at it. That's okay. Let me get this back in there. Next one that really meant something to me, that I really listened to a lot back in the day, even though it's what it is, but it's Ernie Ford, Tennessee Ernie Ford. I love this album, and it does come with a sleeve. Decent condition. Another one that means a lot to me is Linda Ronstadt, and for the song Blue Bayou from the movie Dreamcatcher. Just watched that movie over and over and over again when I was a teenager, so it's very important to me. Comes with a sleeve, and the record itself is dusty but no scratches, and I haven't even gotten time to clean any of these records at all. Here's one of the new ones from when I had the surveillance job, Led Zeppelin 4, and there's a phone number and an address where my hand is, so I'm covering it up so no smartass decides to do something funny. And the record itself is dusty with light scratches. Another one I got from the surveillance job was, oh yeah, Zeppelin 4 did not have the jacket, so that's kind of a bummer, but I am happy about having Zeppelin 4 back, because that was one album that I really enjoyed. This is another one that really meant a lot to me, was Venus and Mars. Light scratches, dusty, definitely got to clean it. Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy, yeah, and dusty, light scratches. Put that back in there. I didn't have this one back in the day, but I am happy to have it as well. Wings Over America. Open it. Oh, water damage. I hate that. Look at that. Water damage. Yeah. Anyways. We got sleeves for these, but they weren't in the sleeve itself. For this one. Dusty, light scratches. Maybe even a little bit of mold, but I'm not sure. See, and this one, same thing. Dusty with light scratches. Be excited to listen to that when I actually get a record player. Hank Williams Jr. No real songs I know on this one, but Hank Williams Jr. is pretty good. And the record is Dusty and Light Scratches. Barbara Streisand. And comes with a sleeve. This is another one I got from the surveillance job. Ringo Starr. Comes with a slip cover, but it wasn't in there. And the record is same thing, Dusty, Light Scratches. I have to put all these back in the slip covers when I'm done with this. And the last one from the job I did, Albert King. I don't really know much about this guy, but I figured I would give it a listen when I do get a player. And the record is Dusty. It works. And also, I also got a laser disc of Lethal Weapon 2. So let's move on to the next part of this video. When I think back to all the albums I actually had, all the 300 plus albums, it seems pretty appropriate that I include this on the part of my crappy records now, because the vast majority of the records I had then were nothing of real value. But what I do remember the most is the times that I would go out trying to find some of these valuable records, such as a time when I went to garage sailing up in Olympia. I remember that I stopped off at this one garage sale that was just purely vinyls and a few other things, and I remember the dude was high as high can be. And there must have been thousands of records at that individual garage sale. I don't remember exactly what I picked up. I do remember that I did grab a few laser discs, and I think one of the records that I did get that day was actually American Graffiti record soundtrack, and I'm not actually sure if I ever did do a recording of that. I'm sure I could go back through some of my older videos and find out, but there's a lot of hurt that goes along with watching those videos because of the X and everything, so it really doesn't matter. But just thinking back on going to that garage sale and seeing all those records and what I did bring home that day brings me much joy. And actually thinking back, a lot of my record finds were actually from garage sales and like Goodwill. I remember one garage sale that we went to that was basically an abandoned house, so I don't know how legit the garage sale in itself was. It kind of seemed like somebody hawking someone else's crap or something like that, because it was basically a condemned building that had a garage sale, and made it to where I felt a little bit sketchy about going to that garage sale. But there was a good amount of people there. But I remember that I got a Spock album from Star Trek, or maybe a couple Spock albums that I brought home from that garage sale that day. And if I remember right, shortly after that garage sale had happened, they had torn that building down, demolished it. So they how legit it actually was, I don't know. But still, the fact of there being a garage sale in an abandoned, condemned building is not really something that you see every day. For all I know, it could have just been some person that stole a whole bunch of crap and hosted the garage sale there. It's just something fun to think about, really. Although I didn't really buy much albums from like stores or reprints or whatever you call it. I do know that one of the first albums that I did buy was Beatles' Abbey Road. I think I actually got that one from Best Buy, if I remember right. It might have actually even been a gift, but I do know that it came from Best Buy. I might have even bought it. And I do know that I bought the soundtrack to Breaking Bad on vinyl, and I actually got that from Hot Topic, if I remember right. And I listened the crap out of that thing. That was, I think must have been back in, I'm not sure. It must have been back in 2013, back when my YouTube career thing, or whatever you want to call it, was still somewhat new. And I remember I was living with mom and dad at that point, and I did end up going and buying that album and listening the hell out of it. Yeah, great album. Some of my other favorites that I had was soundtrack to Good, Bad, and Ugly and Fistful of Dollars. I remember listening to the soundtrack of Fistful of Dollars, the A-side, while playing Red Dead Redemption, just every single time in the the Dave Cave that I had then. Going back to the records that I bought in stores, I do remember one that I actually had bought brand new. I'm not sure if I bought it on eBay or if I bought it off of or at Hot Topic. Thinking back, I might have bought it at Hot Topic the same time I bought which album, the Breaking Bad soundtrack, which was the one that I bought was Avenged Sevenfold, City of Evil, which that in itself is, oh my goodness, good album. I think some of the albums now that I would be focused on getting is the ones that I had prior that I've already mentioned, as well as Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, the Johnny Cash 4, which has Her. I don't think I ever had that one, but I did buy it for Dad, along with some other Johnny Cash albums. That was mainly what I was focused on collecting at that point before I lost my entire collection. And there was one that really was important to me, Wings, Band on a Run. I listened the heck out of that one. And I think I had a few Mozart and Beethoven albums that I really enjoy too. I'm not sure if it's Beethoven that sings Moonlight Sonata, I think so, or maybe it's Mozart. And then there's that one creepy sounding classical from Bach that usually is associated with Halloween, which is Bach, Toccata, and Fugue, and D minor. Just a do 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 do. Just great stuff. I know I listened to that one quite a bit, and Moonlight Sonata, just beautiful music. Thinking now, if I had my original collection, if I never lost it, if I actually had a record player, and if I was to right now put a record on to listen to, what I think I would actually go to would be the Handful of Dollars or Fistful of Dollars soundtrack, or the Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, or maybe even, what is it, City of Evil album. I think Fistful of Dollars was actually top of the list at that time, and still pretty much is top of the list, and will actually be on my lookout for one of the albums I want to get back. But as it is right now, finances are rough, so I really don't have spare change to be tossed around for getting new records. I mean, there is time to time when I do go to Goodwills, but I rarely do find anything that really interests me. All these albums that you see on this part of the video, I am considering parting with. I would consider parting with $5 a piece, or name a price for the whole lot itself. I know they are crap records, but just thinking in these terms here, that $5 a piece can actually work towards something that I would enjoy myself. So just throwing that out there. I'm not gonna push it or nothing like that, but if any of the ones with the camo black backdrop do interest you, you know, I would be willing to part for. But yeah, just send me an email. Leave my email in the description so you can contact me that way. Other than that, I would thank you guys for tuning into this video here. This will be my last video until I'm done with spring quarter, which that should be beginning to mid-June, I would assume. And then I'll most likely put out 2 more videos at that time. Yes, I possibly could do more videos, but as it is, I like to use my breaks to do house chores and get things situated for going back to school, and putting out a couple videos in itself. I mean, what I do put out is suffice in my opinion, but yeah, I just appreciate all you guys that tune in. So I do have a Facebook if you want to check me out there. What is the URL? Facebook.com/YouTube SecondHandHunter. It's been a while since I've included links to social media on the closings of my video. I'm also on Twitter, Twitter.com/secondhandhunt, and then R, I believe it is. And my email is in the description in case there's any business inquiries or anything else. So thank you guys for sticking in there and watching my videos and stuff like that. And I should be back on YouTube in beginning to mid-June. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.